Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm doing fantastic. I'm full of beans, and I was very thrilled to have conversation with you. How about you, sir? How have you been?
Great, great. I'm too. And when you texted asking for the video, I was really happy. I was thinking like, let's have this video and let's discuss something. That's how I felt as well. Thanks for that.
Okay, thank you so much for accepting my request because I've seen you in this
Mm-hmm.
conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
I found that very fascinating. At that time, I thought that I think I should send request to you, and you accepted this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure. Can we have our introductions then?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can
My
start.
name
Mm-hmm.
my name is Raksha Katwas, and I am from Jabalpur, MP. And currently, I have started my YouTube channel, and its name is Let's Learn and Flourish Together.
Hmm.
And I'm currently pursuing Master of Business Administration. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I enjoy consuming study relevant content whenever I get leisure time. And along with this, I enjoy reading as well.
Oh, great.
So, may I know a little bit about you as well?
Yeah, yeah, sure. My name is Islavat Ravinaik. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. It's southern part of India. I was born and raised in a small hamlet. It's called Eradodi Tanda. It's a tribal village, I could say. Yeah, I finished all my graduation, post graduation, everything in my home district. And then I started working as a French translator, French and English translator, working in Bengaluru. And then I worked as a soft skill trainer for Narayana School. It's one of the English medium schools that we have in our states. Telangana and both Andhra Pradesh. Then I worked as as an assistant professor for a university, which is a private university. It's in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh again. Currently, I work as a communication trainer. It's a BPO industry that I'm working for. Here, my role is to help the agents, so-called employees who join us. I mean, agents, right, in BPO who interact with customers. I have to help them in terms of improving their language abilities, customer centricity, all this stuff. Yeah, besides that, I love reading books, dancing, choreography. I'm a YouTuber as well. This is all about myself.
Okay, that's wonderful. I think you have a lot on your plate, means as you told me that you like dancing, and
Yeah.
along with that you have reading habit.
Yeah. So, what else about you? What do you do in your free time, which makes you occupied when you have some leisure time or something? What do you do?
I generally watch videos on YouTube which are related to wild geography or means
Hmm.
educational videos specifically. There is a channel Study IQ or there is a
Mm-hmm.
teacher Prashant Avansar. So I like watching those content on YouTube.
Hmm. So, what is the outcome that you get from, I mean, those videos? What do you, the insights? What do you get from those by watching?
Uh, uh, because of educational purpose, not only just geology or geography, means all kind of information we get like related to our economy or
Hmm.
what's the monetary policy or
Yeah.
about finance. So that's why. And nowadays I'm into English podcast a lot. Means I'm consuming that kind of things so that I can improve my English too.
Nice. So, what else there?
Okay, sir. I have one question for you. How do you manage all the things like you are working and along with that you create content as well? So sometimes do you find this challenging?
Uh, See, for me, it's like passion. When you have passion, no matter how many types of work that you have on a plate, it doesn't matter, right? You just give your time because you're passionate about doing such things. Hence, I don't mind doing all these things. So I really find time on like connecting with people, sharing things. So yeah, for me, I don't feel it sort of burden. It's like enjoying every moment when you interact with people. Besides that, doing your own job, which you really passionate about. So this what I like enjoying. See, if you are not someone passionate about doing something, you feel really burdened, right? Doing that sort of thing. So for me, I don't see all this. Like reading books is something. It's my it's like go-to thing, and dancing, choreography, and making YouTube videos, and obviously the job which I like, English, right? It's related to that. So I really don't find any sort of obstacles doing these things. So yeah.
Okay, but it's still it is quite time taking, I would say, means creating content and along with
It does. I
managing.
mean, it consumes our time, but of course, we need to invest time. That's the only option we have left.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I would like to know a little bit about your English journey, means what all the tips and tricks or techniques which you have adopted, and if someone wanna start their learning journey, so how they can start.
So for me, my journey was not that easy. I really felt a lot of humiliations, discouragement, and being demotivated all the times. And somehow when I started reading books, it helped me boosting my self-confidence. It's like that's when I started, okay, do not care about others, just do follow whatever the passion that you have. So that's when I actually had my, own decisions to take. And yeah, that's how it started. I could say just reading books and following grammar tips won't help you. If you want to start speaking, you have to, if you want to learn speaking, you have to start speaking. That's the only way. It's like, uh, for example, if you want to dance, by watching dance you won't learn it. You have to practice it, you have to rehearse it and check it, the expressions, body movements, and all these things. That's when you actually feel like you are dancing. Simply watching videos and thinking that I can do the steps, and no. Likewise, if you want to speak, you have to start speaking. It's not by listening, by watching videos, it won't happen, right? You have to practice. That's how I practiced with my I mean, when I was learning French, I mean, I mentioned this point in my previous videos. When I was learning French, I used to utilize the opportunity speaking, I mean, practicing with foreign visitors. It was an NGO where I learned French. So it was an opportunity where I had to grab it by hook or crook. So that's how I started learning English. And yeah, little by little, it became a sort of hobby for me. Wherever I got the opportunity, I used to utilize it, speaking in English. I mean, people used to think, is that really necessary for you to speak in English, where you are from a tribal family, you barely speak Telugu, and why English? And I said, no, it's for myself that I'm practicing. So let me, I really, that's why I didn't mind all these comments that I used to get. That's how it actually happened, and slowly it became my profession. That's how it happened. And to
Okay, and did
suggest
you find
someone,
this?
hmm
Okay, okay,
yeah,
go ahead, sir.
yeah, to suggest someone, if you want to learn practicing English, I mean, if you want to speak English, you have to speak it by watching videos, practicing grammar, listening things. That's good. You will have some idea. But if you want to speak, start speaking now only. Don't think, okay, tomorrow, after a week, after a month, I'll start. No, don't wait for the moment. Start, create a moment. That's what I feel like.
Okay. And did you find this difficult when you initially started this journey? Like you were hesitant or you were confident enough from the
I
beginning?
struggled. I struggled a lot. In fact, I was my own company, speaking and practicing on my own self. So by myself, of course. See, being in a tribal family, it's not that easy to find a partner who you want to speak, practice English or whatever the language or whatever it is. So I didn't have a companion where I could actually speak, I mean, practice. So I used to pick up a topic and I used to speak to myself. Whenever I used to read books, I used to choose a topic and I used to speak on those stuff, right? Creating one person ahead of me, in front of me, and me practicing with that person within me. That's how I used to, slowly picked up. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, but I felt like those were the stepping stones to the success. You won't see the success overnight. It takes really time. That's how it happened to me. In my case, it took more than 10 years, I could say, a decade to speak this much English. So yeah, it's not that easy. This is how it
Okay. And
happened.
what was the thing which motivated you to learn this language? Means there was a point when you realized that you should work on this language.
For me, mathematics and English were two things that really made me so scared during my school, college days, even my degree, and when I joined my post graduation in MA English. At that moment, I was not that confident to speak in English. See, we used to have some conferences where we used to go and to give some speech about to talk about a topic. If you talk about that topic for at least 5 to 10 minutes, you will be given good score. I mean, marks. I was like, I managed up to 1 to 2 minutes and then I left the stage because of the stage fear or maybe the motivation that I lacked, no confidence at all, no proper sentence construction. I was really skeptical about what I was talking. I chose a topic, I spoke on something else, and these incidences made me to think, okay, let's work on it. Let's try what it is. Why can't we do it? When somebody does it, why can't I do it? That's how I created my own sort of commitment towards learning English, and that's how it happened. And later it became easy, but initially, believe me, I struggled like anything. It was a hell for me. Sometimes I had nothing to do with. There is no one to speak. Likewise, like we have YouTube, Instagram, all these platforms. Earlier, we didn't have all these, right? So for me, it was not that easy, when I kickstarted my English journey. I had to struggle a lot.
Yes, I can completely resonate with this because it is very difficult to create a English environment where we
Yeah,
can speak or where we can practice.
true.
Means or a lot of time it happens with me when I try to speak with my brother or with my cousin. So they start criticizing me like that you are creating a hype of this language. Why don't you speak in our mother tongue? So it is like this. But it is sometimes get difficult for me to make them understand that I am doing this for my practice purpose. Question for me.
Not for now. It's a great connect, and we really discussed a lot of things. Thanks for the questions that you asked, and thanks for connecting again. I think if time permits, we'll connect again and we'll choose a topic where it could be actually a lot of insightful thing to people who ever watches our video.
To have conversation with you in future. I would like to also connect with you.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Bye.